There's a quiet magic that unfolds when you stop forcing, stop grasping, and simply allow life to meet you where you are in a world that glorifies hustle, control, and constant striving. It takes real courage to relax, to breathe deeply, and trust that the seeds you planted are already in motion beneath the surface. Just like you don't pull at a flower to make it grow faster. You don't need to push or panic to make your dreams bloom when you trust the process. You release the tight grip of fear and impatience. You step into a flow where life moves through you rather than you trying to wrestle it into shape. You begin to notice the subtle signs, the serendipitous moments, the opportunities that seem to arrive out of nowhere. All gentle reminders that the universe is always working in your favor, often behind the scenes. Letting the universe deliver doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing what's yours to do with presence, then releasing attachment to the outcome. It means showing up fully, giving your best, and surrendering the rest. It means remembering that you are a co-creator, not the sole architect. And out your life, relaxing isn't laziness, it's wisdom. Trusting isn't passivity, it's power. Surrendering isn't giving up, it's aligning with a greater intelligence that wants to support you in ways your mind can't yet imagine. Imagine, just for a moment, that everything you've ever wished for is already making its way towards you. It's not a question of if, it's simply a matter of when life isn't some chaotic swirl of random events behind the scenes. There's a powerful unseen current working in your favor, arranging the perfect conditions for your growth, your joy, your success. Yet so many of us have been taught to believe that we must push force and control every detail in order to get ahead. We grip tightly to our plans, convinced that only through relentless effort will we arrive at the life we want. But what if the secret to transformation isn't in pushing harder, but in letting go? Real change begins when we loosen our grip on control, when we stop swimming against the current and allow life to carry us. Surrender is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's the understanding that life often has a far grander plan for us than the one we're trying so desperately to engineer today. I invite you to set down the heavy burden of control. Release the tension in your heart. Trust that there's a rhythm and intelligence guiding your path, one that's already moving everything into place for you. Surrender is one of the most misunderstood practices in our fast-paced, achievement-driven world. We are taught that success comes from domination, from hustling harder, from controlling outcomes. But too often this leads to exhaustion, frustration, and disillusionment. We become so fixated on how things must happen that we stop trusting that they will happen. The truth is, peace and fulfillment don't come from micromanaging every twist and turn of our journey. They arise when we allow life to unfold, when we trust the process and stop clinging to rigid expectations. Surrender doesn't mean abandoning your dreams or sitting idle. It means showing up with purpose, taking inspired action but releasing your grip on the timing and shape of the outcome. When you let go of control, you make space for the unexpected, the miraculous, the better than you imagined. You open yourself to the synchronicities, ways, not because you controlled it, but because you allowed it. The only real control you have is over how you respond to what life brings. When you let go of the urge to force and start trusting, in the unfolding process, you open yourself to experiences beyond anything you could have planned. And in that surrender, you discover a life richer, wilder, and more beautifully aligned with who you truly are when life doesn't unfold the way you imagine. It's easy to feel discouraged or doubt yourself, but the more you try to force things into place, the more you drift away from your inner wisdom, and soon fear begins to take the wheel. Instead of trust, there's great power in letting go. When you release the urge to control every outcome, you return to a place of calm and acceptance. You remember that while you can't command life's every twist and turn, you can shape your attitude, your actions, and your perspective. Instead of obsessing over how things should turn out, you begin to focus on the journey unfolding right in front of you. You move forward step by step, aware that every moment is part of a larger, unseen masterpiece. This shift allows you to stay present, grounded, and free from the relentless pressure to reach some destination on a rigid timeline. Letting go also means loosening your grip on expectations. So often we hold tight to specific ideas of how life must look, and when reality doesn't match that script, we're left frustrated or disappointed. But when you release that attachment, you make space for something even greater. Life has a beautiful way of surprising us with blessings and opportunities we never saw coming. By opening your heart to possibility, you invite in a world far more expansive than your plans alone could create. A key part of this practice is learning to trust the timing of life. We're conditioned to race toward the next milestone, the next achievement, but life has its own rhythm. Just because something hasn't arrived yet doesn't mean it won't. Trusting life's timing asks for patience and faith. The quiet confidence that what's meant for you will find its way to you in its own perfect time. Releasing the need to force outcomes isn't about passivity, it's about alignment. You still take inspired action, but you no longer wrestle with life. Instead, you flow with it, moving with grace, openness, and trust. This creates space for magic, for synchronicity, for miracles, and for the quiet beauty of life to reveal itself in a world that glorifies speed, productivity, and constant achievement. Patience can feel like a forgotten art. We're told that success should be instant, that results should come fast, and when they don't, we're left feeling like we've failed. But true fulfillment isn't found in rushing. It's found in steady, patient progress. Patience isn't inactivity, it's an active trust in the process. It's the understanding that every small step, every effort, every lesson is part of your growth. It's knowing that transformation takes time, and that while you may not see immediate results, you are laying the groundwork for something meaningful. When you embrace patience, you free yourself from the constant strain of getting there. You start to notice the beauty of being here. You savor the small wins, the quiet insights, and the gradual unfolding of your journey. And in doing so, you remain grounded, resilient, and open to the wonder of becoming the person you are always meant to be. There's something profoundly powerful about staying anchored to your purpose when life feels slow, uncertain, or stuck. It's during these quiet stretches, the spaces between the breakthroughs, where many people lose sight of why they started. The temptation to give up or drift off course is strongest when progress feels invisible. But this is precisely when holding on to your deeper why becomes essential. Your purpose isn't just a destination, it's a compass. It reminds you of the passion, the dreams, and the vision that set you on this path to begin with. When the road ahead seems foggy or winding, your purpose lights the way forward. It keeps you grounded in moments of doubt, protects you from getting swept away by distractions, and helps you rise above temporary setbacks. But here's the truth. Alignment with purpose isn't just about grit. It's also about trust. Trusting that life, the universe, or a greater intelligence is guiding you towards something meaningful, even if it doesn't look like you imagined. We often cling to a specific timeline or outcome convinced it's the only road to success, yet life has a way of surprising us, rerouting us toward what we truly need, not just what we think we want when you surrender the need to control every twist and turn. You create space for possibilities you may have never dreamed of. This is where patience enters not as passive waiting, but as active faith. Patience is what allows you to soften your inner critic, to acknowledge how far you've already come, and to embrace mistakes as part of the beautiful, messy process of becoming. Remember, you are allowed to grow at your own pace. You are allowed to pause, reflect, and recalibrate without measuring yourself against the progress of others. Comparison is a thief of joy, especially in a world that parades instant success across every screen, but your journey is not theirs. And that is your greatest advantage. What's more, the waiting itself holds value. The challenges, detours, and quiet seasons are not empty space. They are the forge where resilience, character, and wisdom are shaped. Without them, success would be hollow. The real magic isn't just in the achievement, but in who you become along the way. To trust the process is to release the illusion of control and embrace the unfolded mystery of your life. It's knowing that your efforts, even when they seem small or unnoticed, are laying the foundation for something greater. It's believing that every step, every stumble, and every triumph is weaving together a tapestry far more intricate and beautiful than you can currently see. Most importantly, trusting the process means trusting yourself, trusting that you have what it takes to weather the storms, trusting that your strength, your wisdom, and your heart will carry you through. It's not about sitting back and waiting. It's about showing up, doing the work, and letting life meet you halfway. So as you stand in the in-between, remember this: you are not behind, you are not lost, you are exactly where you need to be, learning what you need to learn, becoming who you are meant to become. Keep your eyes on your purpose, stay open to the detours, and trust that the timing of your life is unfolding in perfect rhythm. Trusting the journey of life means placing your faith not just in your efforts, but in something greater. The wisdom of divine timing. We often fall into the trap of believing everything must happen on our schedule. We make plans, set deadlines, and imagine our dreams unfolding exactly when we want them to. But life rarely follows our timelines. Sometimes the universe asks us to wait not as a punishment, but as preparation before stepping into the next chapter of your life. There may be lessons to learn, inner growth to cultivate, and experiences that shape you into the person you're meant to become when you trust divine timing. You acknowledge that a bigger plan is at work, one you can't fully see yet, even in moments when it feels like nothing is moving forward. Invisible threads are weaving together. The perfect tapestry of your life, pieces are aligning behind the scenes, preparing you for what's to come. Releasing the need to force outcomes frees you to return to the present moment, to savor the journey, rather than anxiously chasing the destination. It's in this space of surrender that you discover a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. You begin to recognize the small victories, the quiet wisdom and setbacks, and the unexpected blessings and detours. Trusting the process also means loosening your grip on control. We live in a world that glorifies hustle, productivity, and relentless striving. But what if the secret to fulfillment isn't in pushing harder, but in softening and allowing life to unfold with trust and patience. This doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. It means showing up, doing your part, and then surrendering the outcome to the wisdom of the universe. One of the greatest challenges we face is learning to let go, to stop micromanaging every detail. Life control gives the illusion of security, but it often leads to frustration and burnout. When you accept that some things are beyond your control, you open yourself to the magic of unexpected opportunities. And the beauty of divine orchestration. Delays are not always denials. What feels like a setback might actually be a redirection guiding you towards something more aligned with your true purpose. When you release the pressure to force things into being, you make space for life to surprise you, often in ways more abundant and extraordinary than you could have imagined in a culture addicted to instant gratification. Patience can feel like a lost art, but meaningful growth, authentic success, deep relationships, and spiritual awakening all unfold over time. Trusting the process teaches you that waiting is not wasted time, it's sacred preparation. You don't have to chase every opportunity or frantically search for the next breakthrough. Often the right doors open when you're grounded, present, and aligned with your inner truth. By cultivating patience and staying open, you allow the universe to deliver exactly what you need, exactly when you're ready to receive it. Above all, trusting the universe is an act of faith. It's believing that you are being guided even when you can't see the path ahead. Every experience, and even the painful or confusing ones, is shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for what's next. Surrendering to the flow of life is not weakness, it's profound strength. It's the courage to let go of resistance, to release the need to control every outcome, and to allow life to unfold in its own mysterious, beautiful way. When you stop trying to force your blessings and simply make space to receive them, you align yourself with the rhythm of the universe, and that's when the real magic begins.